left Arkansas yesterday morning, packed up all the stuff, all the gear, got my bike with me, and headed out for a few weeks out west here. And you know, when you leave Arkansas, you still feel like you're kind of in the east. You know, you've got lots of hardwood, deciduous forest, eastern tree species, eastern animal species, and then within just a few short hours, you're out on like scrubby oak and grasslands of central Oklahoma. And a little bit later, all of that opens up and you're on these big, wide open grassy plains with these massive sunsets and sunrises and just nothing out here. I think it's incredible. Later today we're gonna get to Salida, hang out with my buddy Jonathan. We're gonna do a little hiking, ride some bikes, get into the mountains, and just try and have some fun.
All right, well, I've been in Salida for all of 10 minutes. Jonathan's already got me out on a freaking trail.
It's gonna be awesome.
Pretty par for the course. Last time I was here, came off the back of a 15-hour drive. We went straight up to Monarch Pass on snowshoes and then skied down in the dark. Literally my first time on skis. Well, maybe my second.
You did great.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll see what we get up to this time.
Back on Little Rainbow.
Okay.
Do it.
Well, despite Jonathan's precise directions, I still somehow managed to get lost off the trail. Now I gotta do the ride of shame, like 2 miles up this steep ass hill. I reckon I'm gonna get some shit for this when I get back to the car. All right, well, after a couple of days hanging out in Salida, catching up with my bud, I'm getting ready to hit the trail. We dropped the truck off at a trailhead on the Colorado Trail, and Jonathan's gonna drop me off about 40 miles south of that. And we're gonna do some hiking up in the backcountry. Got all my gear here, everything I need for a few days out in the mountains. Getting pretty late in the day, probably gonna be doing a night hike here, but I'm itching to get out and get up into these hills, so we're just gonna do it.
Jonathan just dropped me off at the trailhead here, and I got about 1.5 miles to walk to get to the campsite. No moon. It's probably about 20 degrees outside. It's gonna be an interesting few days for sure. Feels good to be out here. As soon as I showed up at the campsite, I was gifted with the most amazing shooting stars streaking across the sky. And I took that as a wonderful sign from the universe that I'm on the right path right now. It is about 7 a.m. and the sun is just starting to crest up over the mountain. It's time to get up, make some breakfast, and hit the trail. But I had a bit of a blowout on the bag. There's feathers everywhere. I look like a plucked chicken. Yeah, I'm excited to get out up onto the mountains and see some of the views.
And these aspen groves are so beautiful. I'm pretty sad that I missed the turning of the leaves. Apparently that was about a month ago. But nevertheless, even without their leaves, there's something to be said about it. They just feel magical, honestly. Deeply, deeply spiritual place in Aspen Grove. Well, we made camp, set up at this little cowboy camp here. Quickly got the tent up, got some firewood together because it is getting dark fast and it's starting to get cold. Looking forward to get the fire going, get some dinner on.
One of the things I love the most about being out in high arid regions in the wintertime is how quiet it is. You know, you can just sit here with your thoughts and there's just a vacuum of quiet. No birds singing, there's no traffic noise, there's no signs of civilization, it's just you, the campfire, your thoughts. Really reconnects you to your wild self, and you're able to really think and process things that you wouldn't be able to in the noise of the civilized world. And that's one of the main reasons why I love coming out to places like this. It's me easy hiking this morning. Been on the trail for less than an hour. I've already crushed 3 miles. I reckon things are gonna get pretty gnarly yet though today. The trail map says we've still got another 2,000 feet of elevation gain before we kind of reach our destination. So I'm bracing for it. And we've got 17.1 miles to the truck over a massive mountain. Whoa. Well, sometimes you just got to pay attention to the signs. We gone about 13 miles and come across this sweet little campsite right next to a water source, and I am almost out of water, so we're gonna have to stop anyway. It's about 4 o'clock. This is, I think, where we're gonna have to call it. So yet again, didn't quite make our goal, but you know, when the universe hands you a perfect campsite, you got to pay attention. So that's what we're gonna do. We got about 16 miles to the truck, 10 of which are going to be fairly easy, and then the last 6 are going to be brutal. We've got 2,500 feet of elevation gain straight up at like a 20+% grade, and then straight back down again. We're basically climbing a mountain with a 40-pound pack. That is where we're heading, right up to the top of that little peak. Let's get her done. I am sweating. Well, there she is, my friends. We just about made it. Get up there and get some nice shots. Woo! That was a bit of a leg burner. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, as you can see, we're back here at the old truck. It's a tough hike, but I had a great time. And those views at the top of the summit made it all worth it. Now I'm ready for a hot beer and cold shower. That's all right.